Environmental justice advocates joined Representative Adriano Espaillat for his annual boat tour to assess environmental concerns and challenges along the Harlem and Bronx River corridors.
We must mitigate all the obstacles that have been placed before us throughout the decades. And this takes funding, this takes planning, and of course, this also takes action.
This marks the second year Representative Espaillat held the tour, a much-needed effort for Harlem River and Bronx residents who experience the highest rates of asthma and overall poor health outcomes despite proximity to green space.
When you're looking at the Bronx, which you're right, has the highest health inequities in the entire state of New York, right? We're 62 out of 62 counties in terms of health disparities. Having access to waterfront means access to parks, right? So one of the most important things is access to safe places to recreate, which we don't have in a lot of neighborhoods across the Bronx.
The boat tour remains a step towards highlighting environmental inequities with a mission to provide access to green space and waterfronts for Bronx and Harlem residents.
One of the things that was very glaring about this tour was the inequities. We got all the way close to Lower Manhattan, and you see that as development is happening, kind of second nature, you see that docks are appearing. We see that access to the waterfronts is part of the planning. Here in Northern Manhattan, that hasn't been the case.
Environmental justice advocates and elected leaders say the next step is to introduce legislation on a federal level.
Each of us in our respective fields will go back and legislate, but not just legislate, also advocate for funds to come in so that this development can continue to happen.
Reporting for BronxNet, Kibin, Alleyne.